There's of course not the only game that got released, because actually there's a second game. Again, it is the same. There are currently 2 games released. So yeah. And now I'm gonna play the second game, which hopefully no. Yeah, it did start. So wait the one. This game is, however, a bit different, because, ladies, gentlemen, and everything in and outside of those 2, welcome, Heaven's Gate. As you can see, it is not the normal Hello Charlotte game. It is actually a visual novel, meaning that I will probably do voices. I will not. However, this game is a bit special now, because first off, it will not take so much time. The game, I mean, it's actually the same. I don't know. However, one key thing is, this has literally nothing to do with any kind of story. There will be no references, except for the characters themselves, of course. And it is completely an alternate universe, like Charlotte said in the beginning of the previous game. But this time it's literally alternate universe, because it's a visual novel. And all their games till now were just RPGs. So, yeah, let's start. Works. TheRMan presents, or TheRMan Heaven's Gate. Number 1, Vincent Fennell. Vincent Fennell is watching a small trail of ants go by, his gaze remaining disinterested. I approach him out of curiosity. Oh, winged ants. That's rare. Hi, Charles. They're so small. That's good. Aksariaki. Look. Gets up from his knees and steps closer to the ant trail. Also, is it really just me? Or no, there's no music at all. We must be like gods to them, don't you think? Those was Vincent picks one up. Just one tuck and the wing rips off with an alarming ease. Stop it! Let it go! What are you being so upset about? Just because we're bigger, that doesn't mean we should hurt them. It's just a bug though. Oh. Mom says even the smallest lives matter. My mom says bugs are annoying. Could ask my mom, but if you don't stop, please, I'll tell the nurses. The boy simply gets up and leaves. What's up with him? From that day on, I decide that I don't like Vincent Fennell at all. Jesus. Or Tassos. It's lunch break. Everyone's shredding stickers and hoarding Tassos, a recent fad among kids. Vincent is surrounded by children who are marveling at his collection. Oh, this one's super rare. Where did you get it? It was in my chips. Lucky. Do you want it? Oh, can I have it? I can have it? But I don't have anything good to trade you. I don't mind. Just choose one that you don't have then. Trade with me too. Me too. What are you looking at, Charlie? Want to trade too? Ah, no. Mom says chips are bad for health. Boring. Vincent, look, I have holographic ones. Ugh. What's so special about them? All he has is a pack of tasers. Austin thought I'd trip and drop the box with the classroom turtle that I was carrying. The nurses yell at me and make me stand in the corner for half an hour. I blame it on Vincent too. Mother. When I'm 5, we move into a flat swarming with cockroaches and pigeons living on the balcony. Ugh. Why is this place so dirty, Mom? I ask. The person who lived here wasn't very cleanly, is Mother's answer. I want to go back home, I tell her. Why did we have to leave? We won't be staying here for long, dear, Mother says, and I want to believe her. The surrounding dirt makes my skin crawl. Later I overhear our neighbors talking and learn that the former owner was a drug addict. Well, died of overdose, they say. Okay, you know what? Because of lack of music, I will. Editing, Roman, please. Hopefully you edit some kind of good music in here, because I can't work with that. It's no sound. And I want sound. Please. When I raise my voice, Mother tells me to keep quiet. When I walk around the house, Mother says that my footsteps are too loud. When I become excited, Mother reprimands me for misbehaving. One evening, she has a breakdown over unsorted clothes in the drawers. We're talking normally. Then the next moment, the house is filled with shouting and sounds of my clothes being violently thrown on the floor. There must be something else she's angry at, but I'm too young to understand. I apologize over and over, promising I won't do that ever again, as if I committed a grave sin. I'm sorry, Mother. I can make everything right. Oh, I won't become a burden. Concert. Yeah, party. Finally, some music. We're having a concert to celebrate autumn. Our nurses are wearing dresses with paper maple leaves sewn onto them. I recite a poem aloud, trying not to mess it up halfway. It has 4 lines. I'm so nervous that my voice comes out too quietly, even though I recite it perfectly. Vincent got 6 lines. Must be because the nurses think he's the smartest in the group. Hell, he even goes to chess club. Vincent recites the poem in a monotonous voice, like he doesn't give a care. Vincent's almost always the last to be picked up by his parents. Sometimes nobody comes, and he just goes home alone. Tell Mom about that, and she totally freaks out. How can a child go home by himself? She exclaims, shocked. What are his parents thinking? I don't know what to say to that. Valentine's Day. A normal, completely day. It's a normal day. Everyone gets tangerines and Kinder surprises for lunch. Okay. I got sick and threw up onto my festive shirt. I don't like it much anyway. Mom did though. I mean, Kinder surprise eggs are actually really nice. I don't like the chocolate. I'm more of the ooh, nice toy kind of guy. And I mostly give the chocolate to somebody else. Hey. That's also the way I don't like Kinder bonbons, which are, well, just little milk eggs in milk chocolate. Or yeah, there's a lot of things that Kinder created. Like Kinder chocolate bar, for example, called the Kinder Milchschnitte, which is just milk and milk cream mixed with honey and some very a bit crumbly chocolate dough thing in between. The only thing I can really say that I like is Kinder Pinguin, which is just milk cream, really milk cream, not like the milk honey mix. And in between the milk cream, there's a little bit of chocolate. And the whole thing is just covered in chocolate. And I love it. All the other things, not so really. I mean, Kinder Country even. Kinder Country, so I have tried it once and it was okay. Kinder Hippo. That is a thing that I like though. Anything else that I can think of Kinder? No. Vincent is at the nurse's office too. He tripped and scraped his knee. Oh, of course. The nurse is drawing him head on it with green antiseptic. Cap seems bad, but he's not even wincing. He's there, staying blank. Doesn't he feel any pain? Maybe he's actually a robot. I want to ask him that, but my headache is too strong, so I ignore him. All I want is to go home and watch cartoons in bed. Thankfully, Mom's quick to come to my rescue. Afterwards, I stay at home for a whole week. Ooh, nice. New stage. Of life? Time passes fast. My kindergarten graduation album is filled with pictures of other kids running around and a macro photograph of myself. Some kind of medieval clothing from the photo shoot. Okay. It's my favorite one, but I'll never admit it. I can barely contain my excitement for the first day of school. Vincent goes to a different one, but it doesn't matter. I didn't like him much anyway. Elementary school is boring. I solve all the problems in my math workbook in one evening and as a consequence end up dying of boredom at actual lessons. Shouldn't there be a faster way to do this? As the school days pass, I get so excited about my intellectual abilities that I point out others' mistakes every time I notice them. The girl sitting next to me seems to enjoy my company, mainly because she gets to copy my answers during tests. Why do I have a feeling I know who did this? In the meantime, I find a new way to make friends. All you have to do is buy them food or share yours. About that. And everyone will gather around you, excited to get sweets for free. I spend all my pocket money on snacks and still end up being chosen last at PE session. Feel that, bro. It takes me some time and after school beating to learn not to poke my nose into others' business. It's not my fault people cheat on tests. I'm just doing what's right. At least, that's what I think. Apparently people don't like snitches. Nor do they like being responsible or proper. While I'm doing everything not to be a burden, they're giving their all to cause trouble. I feel like this will take some time to sink in. Over the years, I learned to keep my mouth shut. From a moderately talkative kid, I turned into a complete class ghost. By the end of 4th year, everyone still calls me by my last name. Reunion. In middle school, we see each other again. Vincent looks more frail than I remember him being. Maybe it's just that I've gotten taller. When he sees me, he smiles. In fact, he smiles to everyone. The usual unchanging blank expression that he had in kindergarten is gone from his face, replaced with a mask. It's unsettling. I don't smile back. Somehow we end up doing a class project together. By the time I gathered the courage to ask someone to invite me, everyone else had already found a partner. But there was an open spot in his group. The 2 other kids just want easy marks, so only the 2 of us actually end up working. Vincent is surprisingly nice to work with. He's a good team player, very considerate and giving his all to complete the task. a complete contrast to most of the kids. For the first time in a while, I have fun working in a group. An incoming message from Charles. Here, I'm sending over the presentation files. Great work. Let's do our best tomorrow. He's thankful for my effort? Must be the first time in 5 years of school. The move that I put his name first on the project's title slide. It's a project presentations day. Vincent, who was chosen as our group's representative, has a clear, powerful voice. Unlike me, who gets so anxious that I start to stumble on every word, earning giggles from classmates. Feel that? I hate myself for it. Regardless, our group gets the highest mark. Maybe teamwork isn't half bad, I catch myself thinking. Wiggling. Vincent loses consciousness during one of our PE lessons. I've never really noticed this before, but he really has the worst stamina in class. While I fail all the speed tests, I can endure running long distances just fine. He, however, looks completely exhausted after just a few laps. After overhearing one of the conversations between teachers, I learned that Vincent has health complications. Haha, Fennel's not running again. I heard he has a weak heart. Or was it anemia? Yeah. He's the best student in class. Maybe he's pushing himself too hard. People like that don't live long. My uncle died from a stroke. Really? Vincent? Dying? The possibility has never occurred to me before. Maybe children don't think too deeply about life and death in general. I look at him sitting on a bench near the teacher, watching us run. We never really talk. But I've been watching him for a while. So to me, it feels like we share a connection. Henrietta Warhol. I often volunteer to stay behind on class duty. Henrietta Warhol gets pulled into it. The other girls call her smelly and count and make her do things instead of them. Do I want to ask why? So right now she's unenthusiastically scrubbing a dirty desk with a wet rag. You should use detergent to scrub this off. Don't tell me what to do, Eiler. Why are you even here? It's not your turn to clean. I like cleaning. Or more like, I can't trust anyone with it. Oh, here's the question. Are we now in some kind of a Japanese setting? Or is it now like a school in as unknown country? Probably that. That's like that. No one's too sloppy and lazy to properly clean all the dust. Just thinking of sitting behind a dirty desk makes my skin crawl. That word right now? Weirdo. You can go home. I plan to stay after lessons anyway. I have piano class coming up in 2 hours. Just enough time to clean and do homework. No, I'll stay. They're waiting outside. If I go too early, they might think I'm slacking off. Damn, that's complicated. Okay. Clean in silence. I don't really know what to talk about with her. Henrietta doesn't seem like she's up for discussion homework either. Henrietta? Yes? Give me your hand. I place a candy in it. Here, good work today. Carrying snacks around still remains as a habit of mine. Might as well try to win Warhol's goodwill with it. Henrietta stays weirdly silent. There isn't anything wrong with it, right? Unless you don't like barberry flavor. I'm not gonna ask. Oh. Thanks. You're welcome. Henrietta awkwardly stumbles out of the classroom without saying so much as a goodbye. Weeks later, we start talking during lunch breaks sometimes. The other girls mock and tease her for it, but Henrietta learns to talk back. Maybe she's more confident about herself when she feels less alone. Read incoming messages from Henri. Okay, listen up, Eiler. We're gonna get rid of your acne. I'm gonna set you a list of skincare products and food to avoid. But Mom... No buts. For a clean freak, you sure hate looking after yourself. Past. Henri's past? Mother never tells me anything about her past. Or father, and I never ask. It's something we never talk about. All I can do is listen to her occasionally cry at night and keep quiet about it in the morning. She's holding up well, but I can't help but worry that one day she might trip and fall and never get up. The thought makes my hands itch, and I spend 10 minutes in the bathroom trying to wash it off. I want to grow up and become someone she can depend on. Interlude. It's quiet in the mind library. Oh. I'm hunched over a language workbook, trying to fill in the blanks, but all the letters come out jumbled. I write them over and over again, until the pages are filled with illegible scribbles. Ray, picks over my shoulders, like nothing's wrong. Doing someone's homework again, Miss Wilshire? You do know that it's not your obligation to do it, don't you? It's for a friend. Ah, so that's why you couldn't turn them down? Because they said you're friends. Was it wrong to believe them, Vi? No, of course not. Miss Wiltshire is a very earnest girl after all. Too gullible for her own good. Huh? You'll see what your so-called friend used was a keyword. A password that doesn't mean anything. You heard it, and immediately thought of the meaning you had for it. You may have thought the other person meant, I want to help and understand you. But in reality they meant, I want to use you for my own needs. Sure, they could have been honest with you, but would you be doing this for them if you knew the truth? Right? But that doesn't make them evil per se. If they were the main character, I'm sure the viewers would understand their way of thinking. Guy runs his finger over a messed up sentence and stops at the period mark. The true evil lies in muddled words, Miss Wiltshire. Remember that. I absent-mindedly look at the ruined workbook. Still, if I don't do as they say, I'll be left alone. That is all I'm good for anyway. Guy leans his head on me, but I have no strength left to shove him away. You know, that's not true, Miss Wiltshire. You just want someone to make you feel better about yourself, even if it's someone you despise. But don't worry. I know... Okay. I know all the words you want to hear. You might feel like you're never doing enough, but in reality, you're always doing your best, aren't you? School trip. During the first year of high school, we go on a school trip. I don't have anyone to make promises about sitting together with, so right now I'm left with 3 choices. A. Sitting with the teacher. B. Sitting with one of the class bullies. C. Approaching Mr. Fennel, who happened to have a seat opening near him. I'm gonna save. I decided that the latter is the lesser evil. Mind if I sit here? Not at all. Thanks. Oh, now that I think of it, it's the front seat. I shouldn't be taking it. You can just change with someone if they get car sick. I for one can't sit in the back, I always get dizzy. Sucks to be you. Vincent laughs dryly. His laughter doesn't reach his eyes. Crap. I Just messed up my second informal conversation with him. By the time I gather myself again, Vincent's long since asleep. His head is bumping against the bus window in small intervals. Well, I bring out my MP3 player, but minutes later everyone decides to watch an action movie. The loud sound doesn't seem to bother Vincent, who's sleeping with earplugs. Oh, I should have brought some too. In the end, I sit alone watching the movie and lose track of time. By the time we arrive at the hotel, it's past midnight. I get a room with 3 guys who don't mind me ditching them during this night. Success! At best, they'll get drunk and play cards in someone else's room until sunrise, and at worst one of them bought drugs. Maybe both. Selfish. We are okay, baby 13. That's even worse to think. We get up the stairs and lock our room. It has a bed and a shower, so it's perfect. My classmates leave the room as soon as they finish unpacking. As expected, they don't bother inviting me anywhere. That they knew. No, I hate having fun. I spent half of the night sketching ideas for comics I might draw someday. All of them feel like I've seen them before. In the morning, I emit the light of freshness. I like being up early. The hotel dining room is dead silent, like a cemetery. All of my classmates, only some girls and Vincent are present. I decide to drop into the seat near him. Morning. Good morning. I didn't see you last night. Was getting my beauty sleep. Did you party with everyone? Of course. I have to admit, I have a hard time imagining you drinking. Why? I have a higher alcohol tolerance. Oh. Unlike many. Don't remind me. Are we at a school? Are we now at a school or college? Or high school or college? Probably college. Probably college. I woke up to sounds of someone puking in the toilet next door. Unpleasant, isn't it? My face says it all. Still, the image of Vincent downing alcohol like a glass of juice seems really funny to me, so I can't help but laugh out loud. Vincent gives me a questioning look, so I quickly try to change the topic before he asks anything. When I drink, I just become sleepy. Boring, right? Huh, is that so? I thought you'd be the type to talk a lot. Nah, if anything, I shut up for good. Then fall asleep. I think I'm the type people would call an ambulance for because they drunkenly think I died of lethal ethanol intake. You sound like you speak from experience. Well... The trip itself is nothing special. Art museums never interested me much. During one of their excursions, Henrietta gets lost and I volunteer to look for her. Thankfully, I spot her at the statue near the museum with a dead phone. Henrietta doesn't let go of my shirt until we get back to the group. The night at the hotel on our way back doesn't go as smoothly as the first one. This time I have to share a room with a guy who doesn't mind other people seeing him make out with his girlfriend right in the room. I do, so I grab my jacket and make my escape. It's already past curfew. Probably not the best idea to spend the night on the hotel stairs, but whatever. Just as I start to doze off, someone shakes my shoulder. Hey there? Catch a cold if you sleep here. Huh? It's Vincent. Ah, thanks. I didn't mind to fall asleep. Why are you out at this hour? Just wanted to get some fresh air. I do enjoy night walks. The way that sounds nice, Ava. We're not allowed to leave the rooms at night, you know. Then may I ask you why you're here? I guess I'm not a fan of voyeurism. Voyeurism? I think. Huh? No, that sounded bad. Forget it. Okay. I'm guessing there are problems with your roommate. Yeah, that's a pleasant way to put it. I could use less pretty words, but I'll leave a bad taste in my mouth. I'll leave them bottom. Vincent looks at the nice guy. It's nice here. So quiet. I don't have to wake up to shouting. I don't know what to say to that, so I just pick at my skin. Sorry, I said too much. No, that's fine, pitiful, awful. None of these seem to fit. I'm not someone who should comment. We sit in silence for some time. That being said, do you plan to return to your room? Nah, I'll wait it out a bit more. I see. Well, good night then. Night. Thanks for keeping me company. It's my pleasure. Half an hour later, I return to my room, only to find my classmates sleeping soundly. This a-hole. I fall asleep thinking that it would be nice to go somewhere with my class again. Passwords. One incoming message from Vincent. Would you mind joining me for lunch? Sure, just gonna grab something to eat. Is it the usual place? Yes, it is. I'll be going ahead then. Vincent likes to eat outside. It's more quiet here, he says. After that class trip, we started hanging out more often. Oh, like back then? Sometimes he invites me for lunch, like today. Don't you think the education system is flawed? Okay, we got that right. Okay. Vincent brings a hand to his chin, thoughtful. Depends on what you define as a flaw. If the main objective of education is discipline, then it is essential to have a hierarchy. Huh. I'm rather thinking about the things we learn. Take today's test, for example. Do you actually know what the entropy of isolated systems never decreases mean? Can you explain it? No, not really. I just learned the material needed to answer the questions. I mean, for example, one good thing that could be good to learn is taxes. How to do taxes. How to do the state tax. Okay. But yeah, for real. I mean, yeah, cool. I know what the powerhouse that the mitochondria is the power of or powerhouse of the cell. Yes, thank you. But how the fish do I file form A10-25X? If it's for some reason the name of really a name of a form, then please educate me. What happens if you fill out this form? It's so good. Does it have to do with taxes, or is it something completely dumb? Which is then also the question: what is considered really dumb? Questions. See, you only learned the answer the teacher wanted to see. Not only will you forget his knowledge, but you'll have no clue what you were writing about. We're only learning keywords that we don't know the meaning of and don't gain any practical knowledge. Okay, I understand where you're coming from. If you can't find use for theoretical knowledge, then it's meaningless, right? However, I wouldn't use this statement as an excuse to slack off. Or accuse people of using bad teaching methods for that matter. Right. I just wanted you to hear me out on this. If given the opportunity, I'd like to change something myself. It'd be ridiculous to tell others how to do their work. I believe you understand. I think it's not just the education system that uses keywords though. Words that carry no meaning litter out speech in everyday life. Then, mass media is just entirely made out of them. It's just template phrases that are guaranteed to cause a reaction, while the hidden objective may be entirely different. Yeah, like articles bashing local art exhibitations are actually written to promote them. Okay, well, I think the break will end soon. Still haven't finished your food. Don't worry about me. We hurriedly finish our modest lunch and run to class. Puberty. going back to puberty, or is it somehow? The older we get, the more disturbed and obnoxious everyone becomes. Yeah, trying to connect, clumsy, erratically, which I understand so to some degree, but I've always been fine in my own company. Also Vincent's, but he can be tiring too. Sometimes he starts ranting on subjects I don't understand, which gets tedious. Like hell, do I give a damn about politics? Same here. Go back to your containment board, for God's sake. Henrietta isn't a saint either. Am I actually masochistic for enjoying being badmouthed by her? I mean, not really, but it could be. At least she has the same horrible taste in anime. Hey. Also, what? Maro, you absolutely have to consult me on dating sims. You have to consult me on dating sims. Well, did you know we're actually considered in one? Oh, really? Yes. However, this is also a visual novel, which is not really a dating sim, so... That's that. We could make a fortune of this. Sure, either. I won't sell. Also, nice. Here, at last. At least. But... And don't talk so loudly. The other guys will hear. It's your fault for trying to seem something you're not. So how was it? You and me? A Dojin circle? No, I've never written a finished story in my life. Just copy the popular tropes. Everyone only wants to things they're used to. I don't like that you're looking at me directly, my boy. And luckily I'm not a writer completely myself. Technically. I mean... I shut up. Just go away, Eiler. You're a bother. Go pester someone else. Talking to Miss Warhol always lifts up my mood. Have you heard of Heaven's Gate? You mean the visual novel that I'm currently playing? Yes. They're an organization that preaches that our world is controlled by alien puppeteers from another world. Hold the fish up! I just noticed! Heaven's Gate. There was a cult called Heaven's Gate. Where? Okay! This is kind of... First up, right? Does that mean that their world is more real than ours? Or... maybe less... What even is real these days? Do you think we could be saved if we refuse to be actors on the stage? Maybe we should leave altogether. One incoming message from Charles. What's up with the emergence of the web cults lately? You mean Heaven's Gate? It is Heaven's... Actually, I helped copyright the contents for the site. What? What? Really? Of course. Any kind of content has curators. This one was meant as a prank though. You don't actually believe that we are puppets on strings, do you? Should I look at the specific puppet? It looks like Vincent and Charles. Or is it female? Probably. Probably, maybe. Don't know, really. The text you wrote was awfully convincing though. I'm honored. Why Heaven's Gate though? We wanted it to seem big, despite it being a prank. Does it sound like something promising? Yeah, it sounds pretentious as fish. It doesn't mean anything really. Just like Heavenly Kingdom doesn't exist. It's an empty promise of virtue. Huh. Still, isn't it kind of dangerous? People might believe you guys for real. That would be silly, don't you think? Technically, yeah. Practically, no. Interlude. Rationality. Mr. Honecker. Oh, hi, Bennett. Actually, you're like... nice, actually, like that. Do you think I'd act more rational if I killed my remaining emotions? I don't believe we could be rational without feelings. Also, interesting. Why also does it look like in the background like there was somebody murdered? From where did you get that picture? Is also the question here. Second, which is actually more a fun fact here. Did you know that that this good boy Felix was planned as a bunny boy? Just a little side note that I learned while browsing to the Hello Charlotte wiki. Patients with prefrontal cortex brain damage cannot experience emotions. To them, any decision seems as good as the other. For example, when I think of killing someone I care about, I'm overwhelmed with horror. Understandable. It goes without saying that I'd never do it on a whim. Thus, feelings are essential for rational thinking. Soap inhibits the prefrontal cortex function as a side effect, right? I've been saying it all the time, but consuming it isn't doing you any good. Oh no, also another fun fact that I also learned while going through the fandom wiki. It seems that if you give Felix the bottle of soap that you get in the first episode, he would say, interesting, but not so bad as the of the Clorox that I drink with Bennett. He drank, or was it did he say bleach? I don't remember correctly, but I know he said something about Clorox or bleach. So yeah, drinking something, yeah, a bit dangerous. Drinking bleach. How the fish are you still alive? Okay, it makes sense because the whole world is just weird. You lose the ability to distinguish the weight of one decision from another, and that means killing me and eating cookies for breakfast will be morally equal to you. Huh. My point is, killing your emotions will only worsen your overall mental state. It's okay to care, Bennett. Bennett croaks out the laugh. 17. Trust. Vincent peeks over my shoulder, startling with his voice. Are you writing something? This barely counts as writing. This was writing. Fennel steps over the bench, now facing me directly. Are you dissatisfied with what you're making? No, not exactly. Not more than usual. It's just I don't know how to communicate my thoughts to others. The whole plot looks too contrived. I'd stop reading after the first page. Okay, this sounds already not good. Because, there's something here. Because if you think like that, then it's like, well, watching the first video of someone who posted literally a lot of videos. And, well, the person who made that video just looking at it just goes, nah, no. Definitely also like me. Well, technically, because actually, the question is, what is content my first video that I posted? Was it the video is it one of the videos that are now deleted? Or is it the clip that I posted on my YouTube channel? Or is it, well, the first video I really actually edited? Because the first clip, yeah, I like it. The first video, yeah, too. It's not so long. It's also not too short. It could have been edited a bit better though, which I did. And yeah, the literally the first video I've ever created. Yeah, no, that is something else. That is no. Yes, it was actually low effort. Anyway, do you think your videos are stupid? No. If anything, it's my own fault that I'm a complete writer, not theirs. Then, do you not trust them? I don't. I mean, I really want to. But I'd be lying if I said I did. I see. If you can't bring it around no matter what, why not prove that you yourself can be trusted? Vincent leans closer into my personal space, making me recoil a bit. Oh, Jesus. I mean, understandable. This looks like he wants to tell you, hey, you know, there's a body in the third floor, right around the closet. So, you want to check it out? Or, if you tell, I told you my secret. So, will you be my best friend? Or will you be the second body in the closet? Like, for real? My god, this looks fishing terrifying. And then we have Charles who's like, I don't know how to feel right now. Show that you've done your research. That you're knowledgeable about the subjects you're handling. That you're involved as much as your reader is. That you're prepared to bear your mind and soul. His presence suddenly overbearing. Vincent looms over me. My breathing hitches. I feel small. Wouldn't I be making a fool out of myself if I admit my weaknesses? Yes, it'll make you vulnerable. It'll leave you in the open, naked in public. Guts out. Okay. Come, cope, I feel. For $1.99. Oh. Thrilling, right? The price tag ruined it for me. Yet still, you'll be the one in control. Because it was your conscious decision to reveal the information, and you hold power over it. With those words, Vincent leaves my personal bubble and drops on a bench beside me. Having nothing to hide puts you at both an advantage and disadvantage, but my opinion is that it's worth it. I suppose that's one way to go about it. If it were me, I'd rather have the work exist separately from its author. If anything, I'd prefer working as anonymously as possible. Yes, I'm not saying my approach would work for each and every person. You should choose what suits you best. But most importantly, don't underestimate your readers. Make them feel like your story is the best thing they'll ever experience. Make them feel like they can only feel that way with you. And there you have it, a story you can be proud of. The way you put it sounds like selling your mind to others. Does it? I'd call it sharing. Besides, being insincere in your work will result in flavorless throwaway texts. Do you want to write disposable garbage like that? Mr. Fennel, you're intense. That's a lot of knowledge for someone as young as you, Mr. Fennel. I'm just saying what I've learned from more experienced writers. And I suppose I'm really passionate about writing. My mind for a second there. Oh, I didn't know. Is he writing something too? You just looked like you need advice. Were the words I chose enough? Yeah, thanks. I owe you one. Actually, would you like to read what I've written so far? Think I could use some feedback. Sure. Not expecting mercy. Bring it on. I'll fetch you my notebook next week then. There's a lot written, so you can take your time with it. Our conversation is cut off by the ringing school bell. During our final high school year... Oh, we were still in high school? What? Okay. Not questioning about the drugs and the alcohol there. Because, hey, you know, I don't know how old they are now, so... Yeah, but still... Vincent joins the student council and invites me to do the same. Didn't you mention that you wanted to influence school life if possible? I believe it's a good opportunity to do so. I think it's not about good ideas, but rather the ability to convince others. Which is something you have. And right now, I'm using it to convince you to try it. Ah, so persistent. Okay, fine, I'll take along. Success. You'll definitely regret it. Wait, that's the opposite of words of encouragement. It's past 6 p.m. We're one of the last students leaving school. I stretch and allow myself to let out a prolonged yawn. Today's meeting was so tiring. I need a no people day soon. I can understand that. There's Vincent who talked during the whole meeting. How do you even have energy for all that arguing? I just enjoy good discussion. More like uncivilized discourse. Everyone was basically trying to shout louder than the others. Thrilling, isn't it? I can't believe you. I'm joking. It was indeed a bit tiring. I'm not a big fan of the noise. However, I don't feel like going home just yet. Well, the weather's not bad. I was planning to invite you for a walk anyway. Alright. Could we walk in silence for a while? Good plan. Let my vision lose focus and feel the world around me slow down. We part ways after an hour of strolling around the park. Feeling re-energized, I spent the whole evening leisurely studying subjects ahead of the program. Social media. Oh boy, we are waiting for the next class to start. Henrietta sits near me on the windowsill, dozing off with a chem textbook in her hands. I'm tired of social media. Everyone's talking so much, but no one's talking about things that really matter. I mean, now they do, but they can, it is, and I feel bad for contributing. And Henrietta yawns and searches, then pinches my nose. What do you think people should be talking about then, genius? And who are you to decide what matters and what doesn't? Shut it. I know, I'm just saying how I feel. And I feel tired. Your judgments are useless then. It's like wanting a teenage melodrama to have a deeper meaning. Want something profound? Read a book. Or go talk to Fennel. He's like a combination of a therapist and a saint, so no wonder you love that. Way to trivialize him. He's like a god. Okay, Charles, you take it a bit too far here. A human. You're just biased because he validates you. Okay, good one. Still, I don't get it. What's so good about him? Aren't you singing him praises just because he's polite? Just because he has the human decency to make effort to be kind to others? He's hardworking, reliable, and after talking to him, I always feel like I've ascended to some new level of human consciousness. Also, he appreciates the concept of personal space, unlike some. Are you done yet? No, you're just being jealous. Go fish yourself, idler. See? No human decency. Vincent would be like, would you kindly back off? That's the same thing. Might as well be. I wonder if he's ever gotten angry at someone. He just has high self-control. I lost mine somewhere along the way when I tried to prove that I'm not a doormat for others to step on. Oh. So she's conscious about her attitude after all. Mean Henri is the best Henri. Actually, any Henri is great. Yeah. I can't exactly tell you not to worry about it though. But I like you the way you are. Okay. Aww. Just look at this bright. Aww. Possessions. Vincent comes over to do a research project for school. I welcome him into my room with rubber gloves still on my hands. Eiler, you look proud of yourself. Of course. Cleaning done. Clothes ironed. I can focus on schoolwork in peace. Good. You seem to be especially scrupulous when it comes to organizing. I just can't seem to focus when there's something out of place. I end up thinking about a single sheet of paper lying around unsorted instead of doing something useful. Oh, but that's not the worst of it. Must be tough. My workspace isn't very organized in comparison, although I don't have many personal possessions. Don't like stuff piling up. That too. And perhaps I'm not very sentimental. I briefly wonder if that's really the only reason, but decide not to press on. Let's change the topic. That being said, remember when we were all about collecting stickers and stuff? Yeah, everyone was crazy about trading. I still have my collection. I can't bring myself to throw away my cat toys too. It's kind of embarrassing. Why? You must have loved them a lot. Having things you love doesn't make you seem infantile. Well, yeah, when you put it like that. What about you? Didn't you have your favorite stuff? Ah, no. I only bought popular things regardless of whether I liked them or not. Oh, I see. And then? And I threw them away as soon as they became useless. At this moment, Vincent's gaze seemed empty. His face didn't convey any particular emotion, even though he was smiling, which felt horrible out of place. For a second, it felt like we weren't talking about bootleg Digimon stickers, but something else entirely. Well, yeah, I see. You must have no interest in material possessions. That's admirable. Vincent pauses for a bit, then answers. Yeah, that must be it. His words sound hollow. Uncertainty. The sun is about to rise. Henry's fallen asleep on a beanbag with a joystick in his hands. Henry comes to hang out on weekends. Sometimes she brings her brother, whom she begrudgingly babysitting. Oh, so that is the brother before. Oh, actually. And play video games and eat snacks. When Arnie is not in a school environment, she's far less stressed out. Even her voice sounds lower than usual. Crap, your brother is good at rhythm games. Yeah, use him as you like if you need to score full combos. Okay, also, nice dress, Henry. You're looking fine. That's all he's good for anyway. Aren't you being a little harsh? He deserves it for being a lazy, but have you seen his grades? It's like he's made it a goal for himself to become the worst student of the year. Maybe his mind just works differently from the rest. Yeah, that too. I don't like this look in your eyes there, Henry. You look like you nearly want to murder somebody. But for the most part, he just wants to play MMORPGs all day. Oh man, Fantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis is good. And also you could also say PSO NGS, but I want to help him, but I also want a break from all this crap. I'm tired of working at part-time jobs to help parents sustain his lifestyle. Do you know how much console games cost? Oh yeah, they cost a lot. Add that to a monthly MMO subscription, gacha pulls and merchandise, and you'll get my monthly salary. Your parents don't have to bully by all of that, you know. Henry says they motivate him, so if they don't, he just refuses to leave the room. I just noticed also Henry. I wonder who came first, Henry or Henrietta? Because if it's Henrietta, then, well, they wanted a Henry, but they have Henrietta, so they decided to call her Henrietta. That's the reason why she calls Henry, because... Interesting lore there, probably. Probably because this is just my own brain. Also, I just wondered, does I ever met... I mean... Could be some good theories in this game series. Anyway. Yeesh. Henry looks at the ceiling, contemplating something. Tyler, I was thinking. Yes? Aren't we actually dating? What? Henry starts counting on her fingers. Look, it's the 5th time I'm staying over. You take me out for nice food and carry my bags when I'm shopping. You even look after my brother when I'm busy. And all of this just thinks a decent person would do, Miss Warhol. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, kinda. I fail to see your point. Aren't you the one who's always like, I wish someone would call me princess and take me on cute dates? Goodbye matching clothes and cuddle on the sofa. And he nudges me with her elbow wildly. Yeah, you're far from that. Please don't use that squeaky voice to imitate me ever again. So if it's that point, then... I wish someone would call me princess and take me on cute dates. Goodbye matching clothes and cuddle on the sofa. Better. Still, what should we call this? Does it need a specific term? If you're talking about becoming each other's possession, then I'm against it. No one ever belongs to anyone. Yet for some reason, everyone thinks a meaningless string of letters can bind people to them. Is it normal to want something you can call your own? It rubs me the wrong way. That would mean treating others as commodities, which in turn contributes to a mindset intrinsic to a capitalist society. Okay, we go that way. How many ways do we go, actually? You just had to bring your pointless philosophy into it. Just say it in a normal people words. Words. Sorry. I just don't know yet. Henry sighs. Well, me neither. Saying that sentence and seeing that face equals, oh boy, she would like to kill somebody right now. Like, this looks like, okay. Oh, you don't want to be my boyfriend. Oh, you also didn't notice that I have this knife in my hands, huh? No, do you? Do you? Anyway, I mean, Henry sounds actually possible. Hold on, let me try something. Henry leans in and kisses me. Ooh. So, how was it? It was supposed to be this amazingly good thing that every story leads up to. But I didn't really feel anything out of the ordinary. But if it was, with someone else? I think it'd be the same. You know, I'm not too comfortable with physical stuff. Oh, pansexual. Is there something wrong with me after all? Nah, that's okay. Want me to hit you? Now the question is Charles ace? I mean, if he is, then nice. Nothing wrong on this. And Henrietta, no, don't. Aren't you the one who keeps going on tirades about everyone experiencing life differently? Just because I don't understand doesn't mean it's your fault. Sorry, I just feel like I'm constantly letting people down. Then find a downer like you, geez. Or stop worrying about it. I need to say it in this voice because, just look at Fennell being comfortable in his own company. You mean like with himself? Or you mean like he has his own... I'm not gonna question. Vincent's always surrounded by people though. He only started isolating himself just recently. I've only talked to him a few times. He felt like he wasn't even there. He's not really listening to what you say. So my conclusion is that he's full of crap. But at least he's content with it. Maybe he was just bored around you? Maybe. But he's like that around literally anyone. And you kinda suck at reading people. I bet Fennell's kind of person would populate the planet with clones of himself and be happy about it. Yeah, can I imagine that? Where did that come from? If I cloned myself or had my personality divided into parts, it'd end in a mess. Sorry. Now you're being weird. Anyway, I guess it's stupid to try and mold you into something you're not. Even if you do everything a romantic partner would, it's pointless if you're not feeling it. I'm sorry. There you go again. It should be a thank you, shouldn't it? You're right. Thank you, Henry. Paralysis. I wake up with a headache and stumble into the bathroom to brush my teeth. I look into the mirror and notice that I only blink with one eye. Weird. But whatever. School proceeds as normal until I start feeling extremely fatigued during the 5th period. Something's not right. I end up calling Mom. She always knows what to do. It seems like your son has Bell's palsy. It might take around a month to recover. Great. Out of all the rare illnesses, my body decided to get this one. What the fish is that? Editing me, could you please pull up a little summary of that? Aha! I still don't know what it does. Because I'm not a time drawer, you know. I know. And, fish you! As always, me, because you're making me edit Heaven's Gate harder. You know that. Definitely. I mean, you get a note with the audio, but yeah. Missing a month of school before exams sounds like the worst case scenario. It's just half of my face staying unresponsive, yet my whole body feels numb. Oh. Still, thank you for the summary though. I know you hate me for that. I can barely focus on the phone screen as I type a message back to Henry, who was curious enough to investigate my sudden disappearance from class. One incoming message from Henry. You okay? Got hospitalized with face paralysis. The fish is dead! The fish is dead indeed. One of my eyes can't blink and my mouth is stuck in a convoluted grimace. Thank God no one will come to visit. Suddenly, Vincent. I close my eyes one manually and hope that the numbness will go away in the morning. It doesn't. Hospital food is tasteless. That doesn't really matter since I'm going to be discharged today. No one stays at hospitals for more than 2 days unless you're fatally injured. Mother asked her acquaintances to give me a ride home. What followed were 2 weeks of pills and 24 hours sleep, and 2 more weeks of staring at the ceiling because my mind couldn't focus on anything else. Henrietta came to visit while you were sleeping. She brought some printouts from school. Bless her. Among the stuff Henry brought, I found a notebook with Vincent's name on it. I hope you find these notes useful. Get well soon, said the note inside. I'm mortified. I ended up being a burden to them both. I tried to shake the feeling off and be sincerely grateful, but end up being choked by guilt. I have to catch up. Become better. More capable.
I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better.
If I'm not ahead of others, then my self-worth is no better than 0. I need to thank people who care about me soon. When I finally became able to come outside after what felt like forever, the lights were in full bloom. Care. Vincent has his nose buried into a notebook lately. He's definitely writing something, but I never pry. I think there are 2 ways to go about writing. To be the one in power, or to give power to your readers. You can write a piece of flawless and complete that your awestruck reader will be rendered speechless. Or create a flawed, seemingly incomplete work, prompting the reader to contribute with better ideas. Which would you prefer? Playing God or making a fool out of myself? Tough choice indeed. So, that sounds like less pressure, so I take that one. That way every reader can become a co-creator, even if they get lost at my expense. I see. Besides, if something considered ideal, you can only make copies of it without creating anything new. That doesn't sound too creative to me. More importantly, what be your choice? Me? Well, what do you think? I think you want to leave it at a rhetorical question. How are your grades coming along, by the way? Well, looks like I'll be one of the few people invited to the awards ceremony. Wow, you're amazing. I didn't really have a choice. Do you think you'll be able to graduate with honors? Nah, I totally blew my chem and math grades. Took me a bit of time to come to terms with the fact that I'm not that smart. Wish I didn't grow up thinking that doing well in academics would guarantee me a secure future though. Or anything really. Right now I just want to sleep my life away. By the way, how's your mother feeling? She's okay, surprisingly enough. I'm doing my best to help her too, even if it means working in retail. I'm sure of it. She used to be far more violent before. Never laid their hand on me though. It was always something else. Pencils, clothes, books. The only thing I regret is that as a kid I tried to make her less aggressive by saying I'll kill myself. That was extremely selfish of me. You were a child. You didn't know any better. Still, it's so weird. Out of all solutions, my 4-year-old mind always jumped to no. Vincent touches the bruise on his cheek, only somewhat consciously. I guess I just wanted to guilt trip her into caring. I see, so that idea isn't foreign to you two. What do you mean? It's nothing. Don't worry. Sounds fishy. But as long as you don't want to talk about it, I'll back off. Thank you. I would hate being pitied. Oh no. Visit. Huh. Maybe I shouldn't have come without a warning. But it's Charles, so he won't mind all that much. I'll just return his book and go home anyway. Like, it's open. Huh. Jeez, when will they fix the lock? It's already been a month since it's been like this. This place is already a hellhole. Would it hurt them to put more effort into making it a little bit safer? The elevator's taking too long. Did someone just come in? Oh. Keep quiet and no one will get hurt. Oh. You bish! Stop screaming! Somebody, help! I hear someone opening the door floors above and a dog barking. Arr! He ran away? I can't stay here. Blood. Ring. Ring. Who could it be? Maybe I should pretend we're not home. Huh? Oh. Henri? There's a trail of blood behind her. He keeps dripping, staining the floor. What happened? Oh my god! Crap! Okay, don't talk. Mom, call the ambulance. Henri, I'll help you lie down, okay? Blood will get everywhere. Don't worry about it. It's going to be alright. If her lung isn't punctured, that is. Here. Sorry for the makeshift scarf pillow. I'll get you a real one in a bit. I'll try to stop the bleeding now. But I only have theoretical knowledge about it. Forgive me if it hurts. I will Google the right way to do it. So trust us. Okay, Google exists in that world. Henry stays quiet. Must be in shock. Yeah, a little bit. I help her take off her shirt and look at the wound, trying not to focus on the blood oozing out. Okay. It's most definitely a knife wound. Jesus Christ. Okay, this should do it. I throw the blood-stained shirt into cold water and let out the sigh. The ambulance arrives quickly. I follow her to the hospital, hoping that it's nothing serious. When I see Henri, again she has the same absent-minded look on her face. What did they say? No internal organ damage. But it's going to leave a scar. That's good. It sucks. Why do things like this happen? Can't everyone live in peace? She begins to tear up. Why must I be cautious of every person I see on the street? Why must I be scared of walking alone? Scared too. Ever since we moved into that place, I've been paranoid of every sound. We got rid of the cockroaches, but the neighbors stayed. Want me to get you some pepper spray? I have some in my bag. I hate it. The very fact that you speak of these things like they're nothing out of the ordinary. But they are ordinary. My mom got stalked by some psycho for over a year. I got smacked with a broken bottle on the street some time ago. What? Our neighbor's dog got mauled by a pack of strays. Okay. Life's full of misfortunes like that. Fish that. It's unfair. It is. But there's nothing we can do about it. Can we? You're always like this. Ignoring the problem instead of doing something about it. Miss Warhol? What? And what's up with this sudden formality? I didn't get to ask, but what exactly happened back then? I don't get it myself. Everything happened so quickly. He told me to stay quiet, but I screamed my lungs out anyway. Maybe he just wanted my purse. Maybe something else. I don't know. Just wanted to return the book. And he turns over and cries into the pillow. Wound. Okay, examine's over. I'm going to disinfect the equipment. You can get dressed. Thanks, Mr. Honecker. So, how is it? I don't think these bruises will ever heal. Unless we skin you and replace the tissue completely. Yeah, I don't think you want it. Even though you're emotionally dead, unless medicated, it's going to hurt like hell. Can't laugh at all about that. If it's a smile, I can always give you one, see? I mean, Bennett is cute somehow. I don't know why, but Bennett is... He's somehow a good boy. The only thing I don't like is about this, that he's a soap addict. And this is, again, no joke. He likes soap. Like, soap is like a drug to him. And yeah, I don't think that's even good for anybody. Literally. Just like I was taught in the labs. Stop it, that's not funny. It's weird, Mr. Honecker. I'm so desensitized to cruelty and violence that I no longer feel saddened or shocked by them. I don't think I'm capable of crying either. Or feeling anything really. Everything is just mundane. Well, humans are an adaptive species. If all you see every day is atrocities, you can't help but get used to them. Yeah, I guess you're right. Forget I said anything. You hate being sober that much. When I am, I start having thoughts. I'd rather not think, Mr. Honecker. That should be your thing too, to do. Good night. Well, he's right. It's really not something I should concern myself with. I have to focus on my research while I still have the time. Love. We're strolling in the park after school again. The weather isn't particularly good, but I have an umbrella with me. Vincent doesn't mind the rain, but I do, so I follow him like the butler of a rich household. His throat is bandaged. Vincent doesn't bring it up, and I don't ask. We stop at a small bridge. Oh, that's something I've been meaning to tell you for a while. No wait, is it a love confession, Mr. Fennel? Almost. I've been writing a novel. Oh, what's it called? TheRMan. Sounds fancy. I'm still in the process of writing it, and frankly, there's a lot to do, but I have published some chapters already. You're willing to give it a read? I'll be happy to share it. Of course, I mean, you can't write badly. Thank you for your trust. It's a collection of short stories centered around one divine being. It needs a lot of improvement, and I don't expect my target demographic to be older than myself. Still, it's a work I love dearly. It's the first time I've heard him use love in regard to something. I should read it soon, I thought, yet ended up postponing it until the very last minute. One's writing is the mirror of one's soul. I was afraid of my imaginary construct of Vincent shattering upon looking into it. TheRMan. The land of eternity, there lived a scientist, exiled from her homeland for heresy against their beliefs. She decided to travel around the world to see all its wonders. She saw civilizations rise and fall, stars explode, and new forms of life come into existence. After thousands of years of wandering, she began to grow weak in her limbs. She walked and walked until she stumbled and fell down to the ground. There she lay for days, unable to get up on her own. People passed by. Some asked if she was feeling unwell. Some pitied her and gave her food to eat. Some gave advice on how to get back onto her feet, but nobody extended a hand. One day she felt someone lift up her weakened frame. She looked up and saw a being she couldn't quite describe, as its form was constantly changing. It was the most fascinating sight she'd ever seen. "What are you?" the scientist asks. "I cannot be defined by mere words," it laughed, amused by her question. "Some call me White Queen, but that was only one of my many masks. I am neither a man or woman, for I am not human. They say meeting me is a great blessing that happens once in many millions of years. Therefore, how about I grant you one wish?" The being offered. "Say, what do you wish for?" Scientists thought of unlimited knowledge and the world's treasures of infallible health, but none of those wonders interested her any longer. "Can you remain by my side?" she asked, her voice growing weak as the realization that she grew tired of solitude dawned at her. "Unfortunately, I cannot grant you that wish, as nothing can bind me," was the divine being's answer, and the scientist hung her head low. "However, if it's a lifelong partner you want, without as much as a warning, the creature tore off the scientist's finger, and her identical copy grew on from it. As the scientist screamed from the sharp pain that pierced her, the relentless god spoke again. "He knows everything you do, and understands you better than anyone ever would. He'll never leave your side and remain with you in life and death. When your sight fades, it'll become your eyes. When you lose strength in your legs, it'll carry you in its embrace. Together, you're one. I dream of falling into a pit of identical corpses and wake up in a cold sweat. Different." I'm just idly browsing her phone as I struggled to finish a mission in a shooter I was playing. All was sure popular. Nice! I just looked up his novel and it has like 15 fan communities. Holy fish. Oh, what are you acting all surprised for? Aren't you his fan or something? Stop it, I'm not a blind follower. I read his writing the other day. It's good, like really good. But I didn't like it. Whoa, okay. Care to explain? Well, the overarching theme of his stories is that only you can save yourself. Like, other people don't exist or can't be of any help even if they're around. Characters either choose solitude or end up in circumstances where they're surrounded by their own selves. Don't you think it's close-minded to think that way? Oh, I knew you were dense as a brick, but not to this extent. What do you mean? Henry rubs her temples and gives me a reprimanding stare. Listen. Doesn't all of this remind you of a certain someone? Breaking. Young people aged 12 to 16 found dead on the shore. The motives behind their deaths remain unclear. Numerous sources report that they all were frequent visitors of Heaven's Gate community website, a web called whose beliefs may have led them to end themselves. Vincent skipped school for 3 weeks. When I see him again, there's a mask plastered on his face. Vincent Fennell is smiling. Oh no. Oh god. I wonder what this is. It's dark in the morgue. We sit on the cold ceramic floor. Felix Honecker doesn't have long left to live. How are you feeling, Mr. Honecker? Tired, but that's nothing new. Is everyone pulling an all-nighter because of me? Yeah, even Florence didn't hold back on soap. Felix sighs. Even though I did nothing to deserve this kind of treatment, you all chose to act stupid. What are you sulking for, idiot? You'll see me tomorrow. That person won't be you. I doubt anybody will notice the difference. It's not like I did anything remarkable during my last span. You gave a crap about me. Although you gave a crap about everyone. Just like Henry. Before he fell ill. Huh? It's unfair. We both know I'm a copy. First, Mr. Honecker tells me it's okay to care, then he complains when I do. Which is it? You believe in God, Bennett? Oh. Henry Huxley isn't someone as shallow as that. I see. Then it must be the same for me too. Mr. Honecker, I won't make friends with you the next time we meet. It's a promise then. Exams. The favorite thing to do, I say, as somebody doing so. Exams are stressful, but they are nothing I'm unprepared for. After all, I've always been a diligent student. I got paired with Henry during the language exam, and we passed with flying colors. Vincent, however, remains as distant as ever. For the past month, we haven't gotten to talk to at all. I wonder what he's thinking. How disappointing. I can't seem to find any topics to discuss with you, Isla. No, Vincent's not that pretty. The very fact that you thought of me like that makes you the pretty one. Why do you look like her? I will not say the name, but you look like her right now. Truth is yours, imaginary Mr. Fennell. I understood that the way I use words impacts people around me, so I decided to distance myself from people who are easily influenced. More plausible. But doesn't that mean that he thinks very little of me? There's no guarantee that we'll keep in touch after graduating either. I can't shake off the feeling of frustration welling up and end up losing sleep at night. I'm so anxious that I decide to discuss it with Henry. She likes food, so I lure her in by inviting her to a cafe. He rolled what? Henry stabs a cherry tomato on the plate. It makes a popping sound and bursts. Maybe telling her wasn't a good idea after all. So what if he's a cult leader? I want to talk to him again. Oh. Besides, he only helped copyright the texts. It's not like he involved himself in their activity. Your moral compass just did a complete 180 right now. Listen, I'm sure he understands the weight of his actions. His current isolation must be just damage control. Are you sure he's not just a control freak who enjoys having power over others? God, Henry, are we talking about the same person here? He's the most tactful person I know. He won't... If you commit and Sayori, because he told you your imaginary world will become real, don't come crying to me. You can't cry if you're dead, Miss Warhol. Anyway. Cornell's dangerous, okay? People like him harm others without even realizing it. How is the question to be? Is this Heaven's Gate literally the Heaven's Gate that happened in real life, but now instead of a crazy old guy, we have now literally a high school kid? Wait. Was this also happening in episode 3? I don't know. Episode 3 is old in my head. That accident confirmed it. If he's a writer, he should take full responsibility for the messages he's communicating. And don't go, it's their own fault on me. But it is. Everyone has their own brains. If they decided to self-destruct after hearing they're in a video game, then they were already predisposed to it. Okay, being puppets on the string, okay, understandable. You can just interpret it in your own way. However, literally saying like that is like, oh hi, for full. I thought you were complete. No, you are broken. Yeah. They just saw the cult side and bam! Confrontation bias activated. They wanted a motive. They got it. I would never end my life just because I stumbled on some creepypasta on the internet. Okay, what? Where did that come from? It would take more than that, like mother's death. Or my own health deteriorating to the point where I start hurting others, then hey, stop it. I'm sorry. I don't think I'm completely right either. Circumstances are different in each other's individual case. I know that. I'm just worried about him. Knowing Vincent, he'll never talk about himself. Which is okay with me, if that's what he wants. But if I keep ignoring this, what if I think of running on the field. Children are laughing, illuminated by sun. People like that don't live long. Fine, I get it. Talk to him when you get the chance, okay? I'm sure you two will figure something out. I'll walk on me home and wave her goodbye. When I see Vincent next time, what should I tell him? No matter what I say, I'll find myself afraid of hearing his answer. Graduation. The graduation day finally comes. Time sure flies. Charlie, over here. Jesus Christ! That is a good looking dress. Oh, hello, Umbrella Man. Long time no see. Hello, do you really not recognize me? I think you just aged by 9 years. Ow, okay, 7. Please don't kick me, Miss Earl. I know, I look good. You do too. I look like my father. I wonder why it just came with the fall of Umbrella Man. I wonder. And you hate it? I don't know anymore. All that matters is that Mother is doing better. Henry pats my head. Aww. Okay, try to have fun today. Thanks. You too. I look for Vincent in the crowd. He's talking to one of our teachers, all smiles as usual. I join in as his shadow. Tyler, you look different. You look tired. Do I? Well, I suppose I'm not really fond of long ceremonies. Is Miss Warhol not with you? She's participating in a photo shoot with other girls. I ran away as soon as I saw the camera. Vincent laughs, visibly amused. And it's too stuffy in this suit. I have to agree. But there's nothing much we can do about it, right? Yeah, I just want it to be over soon. By the time we get to the rented conference hall, it's already evening. The banquet doesn't interest me, but I already paid for it, so I stuffed myself full with random appetizers. Vincent's dissecting a steamed carrot with the precision of a surgeon at the nearby table. Okay. He seems bored. The moment I decide to approach him, he's engaging in a conversation with someone else. Too bad. I decide to look for Henri and find her surrounded by girls on the floor below. She looks like she's having fun, so I leave her to it. Dawns at me that out of all the people in class, I only managed to become somewhat friendly with 2. The rest, I don't really have anything to talk about, unless it's homework. Maybe it's for the best if we forget each other's names after we all go separate ways. In the corner of my eye, I see Vincent leaving the hall. Not leaving? Just taking a walk outside. It's a bit noisy in here. Oh, alright. Doesn't look it doesn't look like he's going to come back. See you later then. See you. Crap, his coat is still there. When I run out of the building, Vincent is nowhere to be seen. I jog a bit to the main road until I spot the familiar silhouette. Huh? Bernard, wait, your coat! Ah, thank you. You needn't have to run. I would have come back for it later. It didn't seem like it. Vincent covers his mouth with his hand, hiding the surfacing emotion. Is that so? Mind if I walk with you for a bit? Sure. We walk in silence. There's too much on my mind, but I can't put any of it into words. Somehow, we ditched the prom night without really planning to. I don't think anybody's going to look for me today anyway. We reached a viewpoint on the hill. It's the highest platform in the whole town. Vincent is panting lightly, exhausted from climbing the stairs. It's pretty high up here, isn't it? I'm not fond of high places. It's all too familiar for some reason. I feel sick. I like them though. Even the air feels clearer. Vincent leans over the fence and inhales the night air, being above everything, leaving all the noise and commotions down below. Don't you feel the same? No. I feel like I could fall down any second. I see. Oh, are you alright? I crouched down, my head spinning. Not alright. It's like we've been here before. Yet it's not the same. You never talk about anything that really matters to you? Always all smiles and big talk. Talking, yet nothing you say has real weight to it. I'm sick of your smiling face. What? Ah, I see. Should I say what you want to hear then? Or agree with everything you say, like you always do? Ah, my personality has nothing to do with this. Does it? I'm led to believe that you're as much of a control freak as I am. No matter how much others worry about you, you decide to shoulder everything on your own. That's because of how my mother is. That's because I don't want to be a burden. But for you, it's all about your image. But if I asked for help, who would have provided it? You? At very least, I'll listen to what you have to say. Just don't trust me enough. You don't trust anyone. Vincent's eyes gleam with eyes. The only one who sees a problem in it is you, either. You're not the solution to my problems. Neither am I to yours, even though you seem to think otherwise. Needles and knives. It's worth pierce through, but I don't fatter. Walter. I know. Yet I want to be. Yet I want to understand you. It's not your fault that I don't. You're someone I've always looked up to. You could do things I couldn't, and find the right words to influence others. It always felt like your opinion mattered. I crouched down and faced the ground, suddenly flustered. I thought I wouldn't mind losing my individuality if it meant getting influenced by yours. Vincent's gaze becomes absent-minded. I'm a bit envious. I have no one like that. There's only myself. Always have been. I have no role model and have a hard time finding a reflection of myself in other people. Like standing on the other side of a one-way mirror. but I don't think of others as inferior to myself. In fact, I like people a lot. That's why I try to show it with appropriate words. Language passwords. Just like we discussed once, remember? Friend, soulmate, partner. These are all very easy to say. The only difference is that while they have a meaning to others, these words sound empty to me. I've never felt close to anyone. The kind, understanding Vincent Fennell didn't exist until I created him. I remember Vincent in the kindergarten. Emotionally dead kid, getting crowds around him with useless trinkets from popular shows. The only time he ever showed emotion was when he tore off rings from those ends, claiming to be in control. Control? Is that what it's all about? You claim that you don't mean things you say, that your personality is fabricated. I don't think you're being entirely honest. You're right. I don't mean it either. He's insufferable. You. However, Vincent isn't looking at me. His mind is elsewhere. It's like there's a wall between myself and the rest. Ever since my childhood. Been trying to break through it by trying to be someone I'm not. Yet, it's meaningless. Even if I make it seem like he exists, I can't become him. Deep inside, I must be the same child who laughed at the ends whose wings he tore off. Just because it was the only time when he felt like he was in control of someone's life. Because he lacked control over his own. Still, you've been trying your best, haven't you? All this talk about the quiet place, those bruises. I think it's pretty obvious at this point that whoever you live with, they've been a stumble on my words. They haven't been treating you well. The Vincent I remember was an empty husk of a person. It's like you were never physically there at all. Yet with time you were able to regain control over your life. It's not like you became someone whom others look up to overnight. You worked hard for it, because you care. It's just a life narrative you construct for me. It's something that pretty. I can't be proud of being a hypocrite. Would you rather dissociate for the rest of your life? I don't want that either. Our choices are wrong. There's just no hope for me, is there? Huh? This life. I already tried to put an end to it. Oh. A month ago. Huh? I didn't think much of it. It was something I knew would happen one day or another. Naturally. Yet I ended up not going all the way. I thought, I still haven't returned the notebook. I was supposed to put an end to everything. For a ridiculous reason like that, I didn't. My eyes began to sting, but no tears come out. I may be insignificant and frankly boring, but I'm going to do my best to become someone you can consider your equal, so that you won't feel so alone. I'll keep doing my best so I... In the corner of my eye, I see Vincent crouching down near me, putting a hand on my shoulder. Don't push yourself, he says, his gaze remaining frozen. You're already done enough. Empty words and template phrases. Neither of us can find comfort in each other's words. Neither of us know what to do. I want you to live, I croak out, not to a corpse, not to an imaginary construct, not to a vacant shell, but to Vincent Fennell himself. History repeats. I can't see his face. I see, Vincent says simply. No tears, no surprises. That's how Vincent Fennell is. Yet his words sounded almost thankful. Vincent gets up and extends his hand to me. Congratulations on graduating, Charles. I reach out and accept his hand. The future still remains uncertain. Yet I feel like I'll be able to fall asleep tonight. The sun rises. A new day has come. The end. Editing, testing, okay. Nice. Nice. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making this. Yo, that's the end. So, how was the game? I mean, it was mostly... And yeah, this is the end of the Hello Charlotte series. The end of all. Of Charlotte. And everyone in that world. I mean, there's still one thing to consider. Hello, my FX members and YouTube watchers, funny enough, to a special, kind of, because yeah, if you're watching this, then well, Heaven's Gate has ended. It is over. It is finito. However, something interesting happened, kind of, and it is, as you can see, if you remember, in the first Heaven's Gate video, the menu screen has, well, it was kind of the same as you can look at, except for this option. And that is because, the Steam version that I also have, because I bought this game twice, has a diary option, which gives some little insights. And yeah, I've thought, why not have this a little extra, like literally extra. This is recorded of the stream that happened back in February last year. And yeah, before the Supercut is coming out, because oh boy, it will come out in a few weeks. And yeah, that is why, well, diary. As far as I got to know, it's about good old Henrietta Valhol's, well, insight what is happening in the true realm of Hello Charlotte episode 3. So yeah, of course, everything that you hear in this whole video with audio is just edited in, because Heaven's Gate, no audio. And yeah, let's start. Number 1. One day, a mother of a young family brought home a doll. She did so out of necessity rather than on a whim or out of strong desire. It wasn't the kind of doll you'd normally see on the shelves of a large supermarket. It wasn't a particularly beautiful model, being pudgier and noisier than her peers. Her insides were made out of slime that always seemed to ooze out of her nose and mouth. Ugh. But the mother seemed to be content with those unsightly defects. Also, it's just text. So it's even worse. Fish me was editing this. Yes. Especially because yeah. The question is also, when will I edit this? Because a little fun fact here. This is recorded before I have the editing stream where I edit the last Heaven's Gate video. So yeah. Little fun fact here, by the way. The doll was supposed to melt into a sticky, dripping wet, foul-smelling glue that would keep the mother's marriage from falling apart after all. The father didn't want to keep the item. To his disappointment, the shop didn't accept any returns. Ow. The doll became a fitting addition to the house interior, for she fit perfectly among the counterfeit porcelain, tea sets, and useless trinkets stuffed onto the shelves. Pictures reflecting her snotty face filled up the family albums, 1,000 fabricated certificates of a model family life. One day, the glue went dry and the family fell apart. As the porcelain plates hit the walls and the trinkets fell from the shelves, the doll remained still. The slime inside of her turned into water and flooded the room. The woman who bought it left the house, leaving all her former possessions behind. A new owner soon came, and Henry was born. You mean who Henry? You mean like Heaven's Gate Henry, Hello Charlotte episode 3 Henry, Reasons of one? Also, I think it's better to have no lightning in here, so you have at least something bright in the text. Okay, sorry. Number 2. I never felt like others treated me like a human being. Rather, I was an object, a commodity in a human disguise. To my family, I was akin to a not particularly expensive piece of furniture that they kept around despite having bought a replacement. To my classmates, I was a wind-up doll they could push around by provoking it, laughing at how clumsy it was. Due to almost too cliché parental neglect, I was never taught proper hygiene. So my peers made sure to laugh at the way I smelled after forgetting to shower for weeks, and the way dirt gathered around my fingernails. They hid my clothes after PE and called me names, but it didn't matter. I didn't matter. Jesus. Like, Jesus of the Christ. Jesus of the crisp. You have a crisp with a Jesus on it. Like, it's weird to call myself my Roman because of the I mean, technically, but practically, or free. As soon as puberty hit, I became even more convinced that I was no more than an object. Maybe it's because I used to eat too much, or maybe due to genetics, I grew to be more well-endowed than other girls my age. Okay, wait. The diary is about Henry from TheRMan during Hell episode 3's story. Which doesn't make sense because episode 3. Which part of episode 3 is actually happening? Is it the actual episode 3, or is it before, during episode 0 part, which is then before episode 1, 2, and which is also conflicting because if you haven't watched the episode 3, all the videos which were released this year, bro, and it's getting complicated even more. So, yes. Which is also funny because currently, when I record this, this is before the first video of Hello Charlotte episode 3 is going to release. So, little fun fact to that too. Disgusted looks I used to get turned into something more primal and feral. Lust. Nope, no, brain, just nope, don't, shut the fish up. Start for attention. I wanted to be desired. A gift needs pretty wrapping, a realization came. Under my modest clothes, I wore stockings and garter belts. I asked for expensive underwear as a birthday present. We're still reading this about Henry, right? I mean, anyway, began paying more attention to my hygiene. My hair became perfectly combed, not a single strand out of place. Porcelain skin nurtured by evening, masks, and face cream. Fake, but no longer unwanted. Oh no, oh no, oh no, somebody... Appearance is better than anything else. Because if I look pretty, then I am pretty for everybody else, and everybody wants me now.
I don't like this thought. Thank you very much.
People I never talked to began asking me out. Of course. Girls swarmed around me, talking about boys, periods, and reality shows I couldn't bring myself to care about, but watched anyway. Okay. It was something new, something I didn't know I longed for. Number 4. My first kiss was with... Hey! My first kiss was with a girl. Also, just for the record here, even though I record this, doesn't mean that I'm not an idiot. I am an idiot. And every kind of... And if my mind just suddenly just goes, hey, or, ooh, I want to tell a joke, then this is what is actually happening. It's not faked. Which is why I like streaming, because it's actually showing actually that the thing that you see on stream is the same thing that you see off stream too. Just a little thought there. It was at a drinking party, and everyone was drunk and horny enough to place. Dexter is obviously meant for older crowds. How old were you? How old were you at this point? Thank you, please. I didn't like her. Ooh. But I liked how I felt. Oh, okay. I decided I wanted more. Number 5. Silky shirts, short skirts, knee socks. Fluttering lashes, flawless mascara. Not a single pimple on my skin. I didn't want my... Yep. Put the thing in there, Roman. Thank you. Editing me. Which is also Roman. So, it didn't matter that I was stuffed with chunks of meat swarming with maggots. Okay, now I'm what? Squirming, wriggling, eating me from the insides. Okay, it doesn't mean you did, even though you look pretty on the outside, on the inside, it's more like I hate myself for doing this. Question. Number 6. Charles Eiler wasn't a particularly attractive person. Some people would like to argue about this. I'm somebody who says yes. I mean, actually anybody in that whole series is... I mean, except Unreal somehow. Personality-wise. Anyway. That aside his above average looks, something about his attitude gave away that something wasn't right. Well, that was before she met... Well, maybe it was the way he scratched his skin and bit his nails, or the way he stared into empty space, muttering something. Oh, that was in sky. There was no Wi-Fi on his flip phone. I mean, it's a flip phone. It's not a Samsung Flip or Fold or whatever. No, it is a flip phone, an ordinary flip phone. You need to connect. Yet he was constantly tired, taking it out of his pocket in short intervals. But bro, Twitter is not so interesting anymore. Typing a message to nowhere, setting an alarm clock off, and back on. Oh, he tries to look like he does something on the phone so people don't talk to him. I shut up. However, I don't do this. A foolproof tactic to ease rising anxiety. Or that too. In class, he would often respond to the name of a girl classmate, and everyone would start laughing. Charlie? Or you mean like, Charlotte? He'd cover his mouth, mortified, realizing that the teacher's question wasn't directed at him. Also, oh, okay. Unless, I mean Scarlet. Then, Stifled mutterings, jerky movements. Constantly on the edge, anxious and detached. Charles Eiler was far from pleasant. Heaven's Gate Charles Eiler would like to talk with this Charles Eiler. Thank you very much. I think. What now? It'd be interesting if all the characters from Heaven's Gate talk with their main story counterpart. It is a thought that I would like to see, but at the same time, yet I found us to be similar. It felt like there was something eating him from the inside. Maybe he was stuffed full of maggots too. Please be imaginary maggots, not really with maggots, because Number 7. We were sitting in an empty classroom. I was absent-mindedly scrolling down the feed on my phone. Ida was finishing his homework for the next day. For the next day? He did all the assignments during breaks and got excellent marks for it. I never got why he was in such a rush. So, what's your answer? Yes or no? Ida didn't look me in the eye. Instead, he was looking at the spot between me and the window frame. I look at you, but actually I don't look at you, because if I look at you, I can't. Makes sense. What? Sorry, what were we talking about? I couldn't hear you well in this noise. Ella's voice echoed throughout the empty, eerily quiet classroom. Everyone else had gone home a long time ago. Okay, I think with this couldn't hear you well in this noise is probably because even though there is no actual noise, as far as I know, some people have some kind of noise. Like, it's more like a feeling, I think. I started to get annoyed. Like, I was saying, will you date me? Oh. Seconds passed. Ella muttered this indistinguishable words, still distracted by something. Either that or he just goes, what is this dating thing? I mean, because now we know he's ace. I think that's, asexual. So, he was visibly uncomfortable. Okay. It is not a yes or no, bro. But, what? You're okay with it? I mean, again, an okay could be a yes. Could be a yes. But it could also be a no, because he was like, okay, I have no idea what I should actually answer. So, which is, for example, if somebody asks me, do you like this and this or that? And I will just go yes, because I like both. I mean, why not? If you want to, listen, I need to go home quick. I'm sorry. He needs to go to his mother, his mommy. His mommy. Not M-O-M-M-Y. I mean M-U-M-M-Y. Like a mommy. Like, his mom is not alive anymore, because it's more like she has been infected by a disease. Again, for more context, watch the Hello Charlotte episode 3, the whole playthrough, or the Supercut, which comes out, I think, in October. In October, yes. His words made no sense. Ala grabbed his bag and stormed out of the classroom. What was that about? Number 8. Henry used to be a high achiever in elementary. By middle school, he'd lost all motivations to study. Eventually, he stopped leaving his room. You need to spend more time with your brother, Father had told me on numerous occasions, each time more insistently, his wife nodding behind his back. You mean like your mom or somebody else? As if this smelly freeloader didn't get enough attention from them already. So sometimes I sat on the phone in my brother's room, listening to the click-clack sound of Henry's keyboard. It was always dark in his room. The air inside was damp, laced with the lingering stench of instant noodles and used tissues littering the floor. I hope he's using this for his nose, because if it's something else, then bleh. Sometimes Henry got tired of laying and flopped onto the bed near me. He was not that talkative kid, so I never got what he was thinking. Sometimes he'd crawl onto me and bury his head in my chest, just laying there as I blankly stared into space. I think I know what he tries to do, and no. But at the same time, is he actually your blood? Is he related by blood or not? Which is a can of worms on itself, which I don't want to go through in here or ever. In the darkness, barely illuminated by LED lights, he told me about his two-dimensional sweethearts. Okay, maybe he doesn't do anything. Like then, Henry pulled out his smartphone and shoved it into my face. Like, it's Space Idol Curry. All of these are from the anniversary poll. He muttered, going down his card collection. Ah, okay. How much did you spend on her? How much? Liar. Henry? A reluctant pause. She's worth it. What? I felt tired. Hey, shouldn't you be interested in real girls at your age? No, they're gross. I mean, he's young, so... Am I gross too? Oh, now he's getting into... Kinda. I mean, you're his sister, so... it's classic younger brother... or brother-sister relationship. Considering that I've played a game with a brother and a sister soon is, or at one point, is also very interesting. I will not spoil it here. Or technically, there will be a playthrough probably if I play it before the full release, before everything is finished of this game, because it is currently released, but not fully. And I don't want to talk about it more because if you have watched that stream, if it happened already, then you know. If not, well, be ready. Be ready for fish now. And I hope I will not get that ending, because if I get that ending, then fish me. Henry squeezed closer to me. Too close for comfort. Unsustainable. I could smell his foul breath. Henry was extremely bad at maintaining hygiene, just like I had once been. Maybe it was in our genes. Okay, he's related, but by blood probably, or half. Huh. He must be starved for body contact without realizing it. I thought absent-mindedly. Editing me, please don't put anything in there. If I think what you're gonna put in there, I will not. I know. I will not. Hey, stop it. You're too close. Go ask Mom to cuddle you. Henry didn't listen and only buried his head deeper into my chest. Right? Stop it. He was like a toddler. If he starts sucking, then no. Mom and Dad only buy me things. They don't care about me. Believe me, they do. Unlike you, I didn't have that luxury. Say, why won't you leave your room? It's pointless.
You're pointless.
39 buried. 0 found.
I can imagine. Why do I always look up there when I know that I'm looking? Should look in that direction because that is where I sit during editing streams.
Hi.
And please put in the baby there. Dead, please. Dead. You know which one.
I know.
Maybe you could make it even worse.
No.
You can make it worse than. Oh boy.
No, I don't.
What is? Everything. There's nothing I want to do in life. Bro. What? The only times I feel happy are when I play games or sleep. I mean, I don't know if you just said something, but I'm just looking at you.
I'm looking
which
at you.
means I'm looking at myself, which means
Yes.
also fish.
Yes.
But I don't want to die either. You can record this whole thing, by the way, if you want to. Just saying.
I'm doing that.
I mean, you can enter it later. I mean, it's just text. Just read. So
Yeah.
So I'll just stay here forever. How pathetic. Number 9. Jolly, you need to see a doctor. I gave Eiler's hand a firm squeeze. He was shaking. We were sitting on the cold floor in the boys' bathroom. Well, there were around 15 minutes until the third period ended. I was trying to ignore the writing on the wall. Warhol is a... Why? Ella responded with a minute-long delay. Why do I think right now of Charles like getting the message, sending it into the servers where his AI is actually running on, gets the response, and then gets sent back to the text to speech. Then anyway, what would they do? Stuff me with pills? I mean, at very least, they'll help. They didn't help, Mother. I'm talking about you. Huh. Charlie, please, stop pretending you're okay. If you're not planning on telling me what's wrong, then at the very least try to seek help yourself. If I say anything, she'll throw my pet cat out of the window or worse. She? Oh, the first time out with Scarlet. Oh, okay, I understand. I didn't understand at all, but I was shaking. Yeah, Scarlet. He was completely terrified. I'm terrified too, of him and his mind. Again, how can True Realm Scarlet Isla in fact somehow manipulate Charles so much that she could even hold him out of the window? It's not your fault, is all I could say, unable to find the right words. Seeking comfort, I squeezed his hand hard. Number 10. Okay, no. Only at 15. It was the end of the year party. End of the year party? New Year's Eve party or New Year's party. There was something about the thrill of blaring music and fleeting conversations that I cannot quite put into words. There, I was able to forget who I am and who I cannot be. He must have been a guy from a parallel class. Pretty handsome, I had to admit. Care for a drink? He asked me. Oh, Vincent, probably. Sure, I replied and took the plastic cup from his hands. The room gradually began to tilt. Are you okay? He asked. I'll take you to rest upstairs. There was something in my drink, I blatantly realized, so I was led to the upper floor. Uh-oh, somebody got the roofied! And, oh no. As my consciousness faded, I thought of Eiler. My brain is having a weird idea, Goldie, and a weird picture in general, and no! Like, It was dawning at me that he didn't want to own, to possess, to consume. Okay. He didn't want me. Didn't want anything I was able to offer. That sounds very not good. He wanted something that couldn't be seen, something immaterial and ethereal. He wanted to be saved. But I'm merely an object. My head was filled with mocking comments from my classmates, dice at a party, constant expectations, graffiti on the wall. I was trying so hard. Editing me, you know what to put in there. A fish, no. Simply out of no. Just because of no. Because of copyright. That's basically it. Yeah. I was trying my best. If this is part, if it's part of the song, because at the end it doesn't really matter. That's why was I still not enough? When I came to, I was surrounded by girls, concerned yet relieved, looks on their faces. I wanted to go home. Did somebody? Did somebody? Because I think somebody did. And if somebody didn't, concerning age. Unless it's, I mean, we know Charles is 18, but the question is exactly which Charles. I mean, it's definitely Heaven's Gate Charles is definitely 18, but TheRMan, Hello Charlotte, episode 3, Charles is also 18? Question. Also, Age of Honoring. I don't get this. If I get it, please put in the middle right now, in big, very big, the Age of Honoring. Okay, thank you very much for editing me. Shut the fish up. Number 11. I woke up Monday to heated debates in the kitchen. It was probably about Henry. Nothing ever changed. I snuck into his room, trying not to make a sound. It was caught into a ball under the desk, shaking, muttering something. Henry, it's me. Come out. Stop hiding. Leave me alone. What happened? They want to fix me. Send me to therapy. Oh. And? I don't want to be fixed. Every time I hear the word fixed or saved. Do I need to take the stance again? Because, again, fixing someone or saving someone mostly turns into, yes, I have this wonderful tool called knife in my hands and I can fix somebody with it.
Sometimes it's something else, but you get what I mean there. Which is the reason why in the morning I nearly got a bad ending. You want to save space? I have a feeling that if saving Basil could mean either something good, but after this happening, I'm scared that actually this means, I save Basil with my knife. Give me a break. Just look how much they cared about you. About your useless, stinky, perverted. I had to calm down. Then, what do you want? To be with Guri. I just also remember about this one character of this one game that I don't want to talk about because the developers has still not released the game. It's been 10 years, boy. Guri is not a person. I don't give a crap. Hey, language. Ich gebe darauf keinen. or do you want to Japanese? Because I can't do Japanese. Jokes. You just don't want to make any effort to gain positive emotions in real life. And we got quiet for a moment. I'm tired, was his only answer. I'm tired too. Number 12. Charles Eiler started taking pills. Oh. No more jerky movements. Ah. No more staring into space. Ah. There was a permanent smile plastered on his face. Ah. He seemed alarmingly normal. We went out for food and movies. Wow. I made sure to Instagram all the food we ate and places we visited. I mean, we got Google already. They haven't yet, but Instagram. Just Instagram. It's like I'm twittering. I'm tweeting. Or I'm YouTubing. Which is also something weird. Nobody said, everybody says I'm Googling. I'm Instagramming. I'm tweeting. But not I YouTube. Or I'm going to Twitch later. I mean, okay, with Twitch makes sense. I want to kick later? No. I want to peer tube? No. I want to Odyssey? Okay, Odyssey is something nice. I want to own? Okay, no. I want to own later. With on Casping, something like that. But it would surely become the proof of our normalcy. People just but then people think that you are dating, which is not the case. I talked about myself, and Ila actually heard me. Instead of spacing out, erratically checking his phone and muttering something under his breath. In turn, Ila told me about Mother, about things he saw that others didn't, about a writer he admired. No, Vincent. Everything was normal, just like I'd want it to be. Number 13. So, like, did you two do it already? Ah, come on. Of course we did. Oh my god, for real? It seems like such a wimp, though. I bet it was the worst. I can imagine what you mean, A and To be honest, you deserve so much better. You aren't lying, right? I can't believe that Eiler is capable of anything more than hand-holding. I mean, there's definitely a different Eiler, and this Eiler is not a good one. Yeah, like, did he finally man up? If a guy doesn't want you, then there must be something wrong with his... Hold on a minute. Looks like you'll have to take action and help him overcome it somehow. Otherwise, your relationship is doomed. Lol. Right, Henri? Lol. Yeah. but he doesn't want to get into his pains, which understandable. I mean, it would be also stop, brain. This doesn't insult you, I asked, showing out the group chat. I lied to them about everything, but you know. Oh, sure, you didn't go into his. Okay, good. Or anything else, which makes sense. Makes fishing tense, totally. Charles yawned, shaking his head in disinterest. You only get insulted when you view something as insulting, he says. He elaborated. So, no, it doesn't. What the hell? I thought you'd be hurt or something. Charles laughed mischievously. What, you wanted to console me, Miss Warhol? I turned away, brows furrowed. I got upset, you know. They don't know you at all. He was taken aback at first, then ruffled my hair with his blistered hand. Sorry. Know what Stoics say? You're provoked by your own judgment of the situation. Who and what? And we can't expect people to view us the way we perceive ourselves. Shut up out there, by the way. Shut you up, bitch! So don't worry about me. Here he goes again, apologizing. I was very sure that even if he understood all of this, some part of him must have been affected. Does it have red hair? Like blood? Really like red hair, not like normal red hair, but and red eyes. But his words were somehow reassuring. Did he feel the same way, the same when he talked to C, I wonder? You know, the other C, which is also... Why is his name actually C and not VV like Vincent? I mean, okay, then it's like why I call myself TheRMan, because R stands for Roman. And it sounds cool. Feeling above everything, unaffected by surrounding opinions. That person really must be someone strong if they were able to influence Charles to this extent. If I stay by his side, maybe I'll be saved one day too, I thought, and that thought alone felt comforting enough to help me get through another day. Charles turned on a horror movie, and I fell asleep on his shoulder. Personal space be damned. That was the last conversation we had before everything went to crap. And I can imagine what you mean by that. I say only, oh hello, trials. The god of his world was no more. Oh. Number 15. Maggot foot lettuce. I don't even... Charlie's junk foot lettuce. That would be better though. Because of... Was it something else? I mean, it was definitely Charlie's. But I don't know. Was it junk foods? Or was there more actually into the name? Oh, anyway. Months later, we moved to another town. It was never my decision to make. I left most of my possessions at the old home. And we played Pokemon during the entire trip, then vomited onto my shirt. Car sick. Okay. I pet his oily hair, letting my nails sink into flakes of chronic seborrhea and dead skin. I thought of Charles once again. Without anything solid to ground him, wouldn't he float away? Huh. I imagine right now a balloon in form of Charles Eiler just flying away. In the last moments we spent together, it had already felt like he wasn't present. As if the maggots swarming inside of him had already consumed his insides. How unfair. 5 what? 5 what? 5 what? Hey, how are you, Charlie? You should leave him alone, Henrietta Varhol. I know I'm being serious. So am I. Please stop writing us. Who's us? Why? You're a hindrance. Ah, this is Scarlet. If you continue pestering us, I'll make your personal information public. You have things to hide, don't you? Or Ari, hi. I'm sorry for the last time. Feel free to block me. Okay, now you sound like Charles. Apology accepted. Hi. Are you okay? More or less. How's Mom? Like usual, I'm trying to spend more time with her. That's nice. How are you holding up? I'm fine, trying to adjust to a new place. Henry's an idiot and blew a whole load of money on online gambling, so Dad took away his debit card. Why, if you know he will do it, why does he has a debit card? You can put the image away, editing me. Debit card. Damn. Serves him right, I guess. I'm working as a waitress right now, so I have my own income. Oh, nice. But I guess most of this money will come to my parents anyway. Because... Hold on a minute. Why? Debts and all. Oh. Do you have plans for uni or... I'm taking a year off. Can't deal with it right now. And I'm not sure what I want to do. Yeah, only the job you're crazy about can get you a good income. Same. Or just luck, really. Again, same. Higher education won't really promise you a good place in life. Nice pasta. Why do I want to make a joke, but I don't have a joke? Did you get into med uni? I'll know in a month. I don't really remember the day of the exam. Oh. What will you do if you don't pass? Add myself, I guess? No, just kidding. Is that funny? I know, I'm being serious. I have mother to take care of, so don't worry. Free. Henry, hi, how are you? Heart. Heart emojis? Girls. Ella, is it really you? Of course it's me. Okay. I'm fine, just having trouble adjusting to a new place. This feels very familiar. Didn't make any friends yet. Oh. I don't want to pretend to be someone else just to fit in, but no one really wants to hang out with me when I'm myself. I feel alone. Stop down there. Are you doing okay? I'm okay. A lot of access, especially as not to talk about the remnants though. You? Charlie, I'm scared of you. Of what you're becoming. I thought I didn't understand you before. But now I feel like I don't understand you at all. And I'm really not sure what to do. You need to seek help. Oh. I get. Oh, okay. I think I get the picture now. And oh no, me not like it, Dad. And you shut up out there. I didn't even say anything, you idiot. And one. Crap. I'm so sorry. If you're reading this, it's me. I'm not okay. I'm not sure if I'm myself anymore. Sometimes I just close my eyes and then find myself at an unfamiliar place several hours later. Did she? No, it can't be. But did she? I passed the exams, but I'm failing classes hard. I feel like vomiting just looking at people. They don't look human. Oh, the infection. I'm afraid if we meet again, you won't look at human too. But please don't try to find me. Mother is not okay. She's not responding anymore. Oh, everything is distorted. And I'm clearly bothering you. I need to put a stop to this. Those were the last messages from Charles. His son went dead, and he never replied back. Trying to cope with this reality, I tried to forget about him. Number 16. A year later, I found out that Eilers no longer lived at the old address. Oh, he moved? Charles Eiler had disappeared without a trace. Huh. I want to think he's okay, but I know better. Little Eiler was buried in the local cemetery. Is this the name of his mother? Which makes sense, but at the same time, does this mean that the Lilith puppeteers in the fake realm, or in the fake realm story, or in the main Hello Charlotte story, are based on his mother? And Zeph is his father. Huh. Looks like Charles took care of her burial before disappearing. I won't live longer than Mother would, he once told me. He stayed true to his words. I like to think that his soul went where she is. Perhaps he's lying on the bottom of a vast sea, his form flickering, uncertain. I want to lie down near and make sure his carcass doesn't float away, but that's a selfish wish to have. Instead, I placed a bouquet on their grave and whispered a quiet prayer. Diary end. Well, that was right. That was right. I don't think that. So yeah, that is the end of, well, Hello Charlotte forever. Okay, not forever, but of Heaven's Gate now, and well, actually the end of, well, Hello Charlotte, Heaven's Gate, and also the Hello Charlotte series. I mean, there's still one game, but this game is still not released, and I'm waiting until it's released, because then it's going to begin. And it's going to because Henry Huxley's Rehab Friday is still in development, and I am hyped for this, and I want it. I want it so much that I even fall Eva Rain. Because I'm interested in this game. I'm interested in the Hello Charlotte. Again, the reason why I played Heaven's Gate and Delirium was because I was kind of interested again into Hello Charlotte, and now that it's been actually a year since over a year since I first got into the series, and now, well, we are at this point right now. I need to say, well, despite being a little bit of a roller coaster, it is nice. It was nice. Nice story, nice understanding. Again, the roller coaster was more like on the philosophical kind, which understandable. And also on the gore. A lot of gore. That was nice imagery that I didn't want to see or have in my head. But it was but everything else, and yeah, I just wish Eva Rain, of course, good luck with the future. Of course, they will probably not hear this, but if they do, then yeah, I just wish them a good luck. And yeah, that is all. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the Hello Charlotte series in general, not only with the supercuts or the playthrough videos, editing streams, or even the original streams. Doesn't matter really. I just hope you enjoyed. And this, I think I will put this also into the mega cut. So yeah, actually I could also put this as a ending for ideas. But this is again for future run. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, then you can always subscribe. leave a like, comment, watch the newest video here. Down there, there's actually the whole playlist of the Hello Charlotte series. All 27 now videos. And yeah, maybe also go there with the supercuts. And yeah, I will see you in the next stream and or video. Your TheRMan.